are you? It's the Hatening. It's me. It's Hoop. And we're back for another episode. It's late. It's late over here. That's why these intros have fucking ruled. Today, I want to talk about getting dressed up and doing something fancy. Whatever that means for you. I have talked about this before. Between just like general anxiety and body dysmorphia and just, depression stuff, I'm not really confident in my looks in like a practical sense. And thus I typically don't put a lot of effort into my appearance. I know I've said this before, but basically, like, if I don't put any effort in, then if I don't look good, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt because I didn't try. You know what I mean? Nothing hurts more, or nothing, did hurt more when I was younger, when it's like I thought that I was like dressing cool and looking good, and then I wasn't getting the attention or the results or the whatever that I was expecting. You know what I mean? I'm just bringing that up to say that, like, something that I have sort of like come to realize in the past probably like half a year. Fuck it is fun to dress up sometimes. I'm now really coming to terms with that, and trying to exercise that a little bit more. And it's been fucking great, dude. Like, it really has been a lot of fun, and I couldn't recommend it more, and it doesn't have to be anything fucking nutso. Like, it can, like, the more I find, the more of like the event I make out of it, or the more of the event that it is, like, the more fun I have, because it's a better story. And that's just kind of like how I operate. And my motivation for really doing a lot of stuff is just to come out on the other end with a good story, With that being said, like, it's fun, In the past few months, I've had 3-4 instances, events or whatever, where I chose to put in some effort into how I looked. You know what I mean? Like wear a tie, tuck in my shirt type of stuff, not just wear like a t-shirt and a fucking hoodie and like work pants and, work shoes or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? And it's fucking great, and it has done a lot for my confidence, and I'm telling you, it will do that for you too. I don't know if you're like me and you have issues with that, or it's not something that you care about, because for a long time, I've just been someone who, like, I don't care about how I look. Like, my personality matters, not my look, blah, blah, blah. Which I believe, but also, like, it's fucking tight to put effort into how you look and to dress up, and then have people be like, hey, you look good, or hey, I like your coat or your tie, whatever the fuck. Oh, you clean up nice. Like, all those little compliments that people give, like, really mean a lot when you're down in the dumps and have no self-esteem and all that stuff. And I'm also saying that to be like, maybe compliment someone sometime. It'll make them feel good. You have no idea how good it will make some people feel if you're not creepily, but if you're just like, hey, you look good, buddy. You know what I mean? That being said, like, yeah, like, a friend and I, like, went to a thing the other day and decided to, like, dress up, and they dressed up very nice, and I dressed up very nice also, and we kind of went out on the town, so to speak, and it was fucking fun. Like, it was nice to kind of, like, be in a different mode and do something a little different in general, but also, like, to be, in those places doing those things, but, like, being dressed up while you did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, presenting yourself in, like, a more formal way and, like, a more put together way. Like, it was fun. It was a lot of fun to sort of, like, feel like I fit in a fancy place. You know what I mean? And yeah, like, I don't know. It made me feel good about myself in a way that I haven't in a really long time, and not to be like all mopey and stuff. I'm really not trying to be, but, like, if you have low self-esteem, or if you're just like a normal fucking person, like, you understand. It feels good to get dressed up, and some people do it a lot, and I'd never do. Moving forward, I am going to, again, as much as I can afford to, because fancy clothes are not cheap, and they're not cheap to maintain. Let's bring it back to, I just feel like at this point, every fucking episode is going to have something where I have to make a disclaimer being like, I get it. Like, we're normal people and we can't afford to, like, wear fucking crazy expensive suits and all that bullshit. But I mean, like, look, I'll be honest. I fucking went to the mall and didn't spend a lot of money, and it took a while, and I found some clothes that fit nice and that looked nice and looked nice together. Made a little ensemble, a little outfit and shit. And it was great. It was awesome. You know, being around other people that look good, and I looked good, and everyone was kind of stoked on everyone doing the thing. It was wonderful. It really was. It was great. And I want you to experience that also. I want you to have these moments where you step out of your comfort zone, where you step out of your normal life and you do things. And that's an easy one to do. You know what I mean? Put on something like 2 degrees more formal than what you normally wear and go to fucking dinner. You know what I mean? Go to I don't know, like if you go to church, dress up for church for once. If you fucking, you know, like go out to a fucking movie or a show, like any of that bullshit, go to dinner, go to a bar, do something. Just put on something slightly nicer than you normally do, and it might make you feel good. It's fun. It's funny, at least. You know what I mean? Like, you know, my friend and I went to the fucking symphony, and I know that may sound fancy, and I don't want to sound jaded, but like, you know, I used to work there, so hanging out with the work homies, the old work homies, and then you get to see a cool thing. You know what I mean? I definitely am very thankful that I have that connect, and I can share that with my friends and stuff. And so when we decided to go, we were like, fuck it, let's dress up. It was great. It was fun. You know, I barely did much. Like I you know, like I said, I went like 2 notches more put together than I normally would to go out to do something. And I felt great, and it was great. And it was awesome. You know, it did a lot for me that I didn't think it would. And I know it sounds weird, and I'm still processing a lot of that, but you know, I don't do that kind of stuff. Like I go to work and I come home and I do whatever. I go to the bar, I hang out with my friends. So it was nice to kind of like switch it up and get a little dolled up, do a little fancy thing, you know, go to a bar that we don't go to, got expensive drinks and nice food. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking cool. Like it really was cool. And like, I don't know how else to really say it. Like if you're, you know, like some like edgy, alty, whatever, and I'm not mocking you, but you know, a little poking fun at you. But if you're not a normie, sometimes it's fun to dress up and do normie shit. Like it really is like fun sometimes. Feel like a little secret agent. See how the other half live. But no, it was great. It was really fun. And I, you know, like I said, I have a lot of friends who do that regularly. Like they'll go out, you know, dancing and go out to clubs and all that bullshit, and they'll dress up and dress differently than they do, you know, every other, you know, day of the week. But, you know, Saturday night, they go out and they look completely different, and they dress up and they have a wonderful time. And I didn't get it, and now I think I do. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it regularly, but like at the same time, like I always had that issue, right? Where like if I was invited to do something, I would sometimes decline because it's like, I don't fit in there. You know what I mean? I'm not hot. There's going to be hot people there. You know what I mean? And now it's like, oh, damn, I put on a shirt with a collar, a button up. I put on a fucking tie, or, you know what I mean? Or like a nice pair of pants, a nicer pair of pants. And like, I have more than one pair of shoes now. So I wear the nice shoes, and I'm a new boy. It's pretty great. And you can do it too, if you want to. I mean, I think you should do it. You know, I would recommend doing it at least once or twice a year, you know, just to kind of like switch it up. It's fun. It's fun to do something different. That's really all I'm saying. But it's fun to dress up. It's fun to be confident in how you look, not to get like, you know, all like queer eye on it, where they're like, all you gotta do is put on a clean shirt and you'll solve your problems. But I mean, I don't know. It's nice. It's nice to look in the mirror and be like, oh shit, like I can look good if I wanted to, you know what I mean? And then, you know, you do that, you go on a date, or you bring a friend, you're in a group, and you guys all look good, and the group confidence, and everyone's in a good mood, and you have a good time. And that's really the best part. Like if you can dress up, right, get a little confidence boost, feeling yourself a little bit, go out with the boys, go out with the homies, go out with your partner, with your crush, with the whoever the fuck, with your family, whatever. Everybody's looking good. Everybody's kind of feeling it, feeling themselves, feeling the crew. You're going to have a wonderful time. And you also don't really have to do shit. I got friends who just dress up to hang out at the house. But it's just like, you know, you do the different thing. You put yourself in a different mindset. There's a little bit like magical thinking involved where you trick yourself into thinking the scenario is different and thus mind over matter, things become different, right? But that, you know, it gets fucking tight. Do it. Please. If I can recommend one thing to you in this new year, take a day. Find a fancy fun thing. Don't break the fucking bank and do it. You'll have fun. And also, you know, if you're single and you like to do stuff by yourself, do it by yourself. Do it for you. You don't gotta do it for other people. You know, I mean, like sometimes it helps having that, you know, external motivation. I'll tell you one thing, if you have a crush on someone or you're in a relationship, if you have a crush on your, you know, your partner or your spouse or whatever the fuck, I'm telling you, it'll make you feel really fucking good if you all got dressed up and did something. And then the person who, you know, you have romantic feelings towards is like, damn, you know? Or you look at that person, you're like, damn. You know what I mean? Get some spark in there, dude. It's fucking tight. All right, well, that's it. Thank you guys for listening. Andrew and I really appreciate it. We're glad that you're here. Everybody's got to be somewhere, and I'm glad that you are spending some time with us. We really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, too. If you like the show, subscribe, like. We got an Instagram. You know, you can find me and Andrew's personal stuff. We're around. You know, it would help. It would be cool if you gave us reviews and stars and all that shit, but just keep on coming back. And that's, you know, that's all that really matters, right? But yeah, take care of yourself and the people around you. And don't forget to tell your friends you love them.